back in Ojai. I just got here. I was gonna like say goodbye whenever I was leaving and vlogging out. Vlogging out, is that a thing? But I ended up catching up with friends on voice memos and calls, and it was so nice. The drive is so beautiful. Look, I'm just pulling up to the spa, so I'm gonna put this down. You can see what a beautiful day is outside. It has been raining for days nonstop. So I'm here this weekend at Ojai Valley Inn for a meditation retreat, and I'm so excited. I have no idea what to expect. I'm not a super practiced meditator. I actually am in meditation teacher training, which is something that I haven't shared anywhere online yet. But yeah, I've been really feeling called to explore the more like mindful part of myself, as I'm sure you've noticed in a lot of my videos. It's just like this little calling that I have. So I did a breathwork teacher training earlier in the beginning of January, and then I signed up for this retreat, and I'm also doing a meditation teacher training as a part of this, but separate. This isn't like necessarily part of that, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm just excited. Like last weekend when we came here with Callie and Dan, I felt so like welcomed with open arms to Ojai. And I'm doing a meditation on Meditation Mount tonight. And I'm just trying to allow myself to explore my curiosities. And I'm excited for a solo weekend to really just get deep and get to know myself and get to trust myself and calm my nervous system. So I'm not sure how much I'll be vlogging or what's gonna feel comfortable, because I don't want it to take me out of the experience, but I'll share what I can. You know, we're gonna do the room tour, etc. So yeah, just come hang out with me for a meditation retreat weekend. Oh my gosh, look, there's an orange tree here and a lemon tree here. Yes, this is gonna be so, I don't know, anywhere that creates me with a fruit tree. A fruit tree and fire is even better. That transported me to another realm. That was one of the best massages I've ever had in my life. And then I had tea, and they made us these little shortbread, like gluten-free lavender shortbread cookies. Oh my gosh. And they gave like a little recipe card and cookie cutter to make it yourself after. I wish I would have stayed. If you ever come here, do yourself a favor and let yourself enjoy the spa all day long, because yeah, I got here about 2 hours ago, was right in for my massage, and then I did the steam room, and I forgot to bring my swimsuit. I brought one with me here, but I forgot to bring it from the car, and it's kind of a walk. So I was too chicken. She said it's clothing optional. I guess this is another level of my body positive journey, but I was too scared to go naked because there was like a mom and her daughter, and the daughter wasn't like young. She was like, you know, probably in her 20s, but I just felt like sensitive. There's like a tour of people walking by while I'm talking about my nakedness. And I don't know, I felt like too shy to like be completely buck naked. They offered me a paper bikini, and I was like, oh, I'm good. She's like, trust me, they're very uncomfortable. And I just was like, eh. But I went in the steam sauna, and I went in the infrared sauna. I took a little shower to wash off the oil. But like, I'm like, woo, which is gonna be perfect, because I'm going to check into my room and then head up to Meditation Mount for sunset. And since there's so many clouds in the sky, I think it's gonna be a really glorious sunset. Look at all the clouds in the mountains. Oh. Okay, I love that they have fireplaces everywhere. You know, we're gonna do a room tour. So it's pretty, it's nice. I'm right here, which is where I think it's like, yeah, close to the other buildings and stuff. But what looks like the room is like standardish. I heard that there's some rooms that have like fireplaces and stuff, but what I'm really intrigued by is whatever's going on over here, because it looks like the real feature of this room is going to be, oh yeah, the bathroom. It's so nice. It's really beautiful. And then there's this cool little dressing area, which is what I was kind of interested in. I like saw it from around the corner, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's like a little coffee machine. Like it's like a whole little moment over here with like a little wardrobe. It looks like a little getting ready area. So This is, I love the decorative grates. It's the little things for me, but yeah, it's super cozy. Just realized how dirty my lens was there. So I'll just do like a little orientate. I like the little arched thing. It is beautiful. This is really beautiful too. I know that it's super pricey. Whoa, look at this soap. It's so cool. Oh my God, it smells amazing. Yeah, so I know that it's super pricey. We got like a discount through the group, which is like, it seemed like it was much less expensive than it was normally when I looked online, which is awesome. But I know that the rooms can be pretty pricey, but people love it here. And I'm sure if you have one of those rooms with like a fireplace and a mountain view, you would never want to leave. Okay, I just stopped by this thrift store and they had the most beautiful vintage fur coat. And I wouldn't be buying a new fur coat, but for some reason I'm like, vintage, it's been around forever. You might as well honor the owner's life, the animal's life. It's tough. I obviously only do faux fur usually, but anyway, I did find this faux fur vintage cape. It's 100% acrylic, so it's fake, but I forgot to bring a coat for my fancy outfit because we have themed dinners, and I think this is gonna be perfect. I wish I could have showed you the one I tried on. It was wild. It was too tight in my arms and shoulders. If it had fit, God, it was so beautiful. I need to like find somebody who would fit into it. But this little guy is gonna look really good with my outfit. And I just had a feeling. I was driving down the street and I'm like, I wonder if it'll take us by that vintage store that we drove by with Callie and Dan that we didn't stop in. And then I was like, they're gonna have something for me. I know it. And they did. Oh my gosh, the drive up here is so pretty. I wish you guys could see. I don't think this thing adjusts that way, but there's orange groves on the side here. It's like all orange groves. Like I'm stopping to show you that like it's all oranges, just the whole drive. It's raining and I didn't expect there to be any sunset, but like it's kind of poking through. What is this white tree? It's literally like white bark. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. It's like, its little things are like wrinkly. Like it looks like it's not even bark. Like I don't even understand. I don't know what this beautiful place is, but I'm like the only person here and I don't know what's going on. Something smells so good right here. There's like fragrances. I think this might be the room. I don't even know. This place is groovy, dude. Bunny. Apparently that wasn't even the viewpoint. There's another viewpoint. And the room is set up so beautifully. Literally, I cried when I pulled up here. I could cry again just now. I don't know. It's just like, I get very emotional when I'm in nature. She told me these are little deer hooves. I'm gonna take you guys for the walk back up. I walked Sparky down on FaceTime because we honestly want to see if there's any way we could do a wedding here because it's so beautiful. And we've been looking for something with nature. And I don't know, we both just kind of felt called to this. So take a little beautiful sunset walk with me back up to the room. I am such an outfit repeater and I don't even care. I'm wearing it again. I don't care. I love it. It's my go-to right now. I also did like this little updo, which is kind of fun and different. I just did like a topsy tail, like an opposite topsy tail. I'm trying to show you better. That overhead lighting is not the move. Anyway, let's go to dinner. You know I'm a sucker for treats. And so they left this turned down. It's a shower spa mist that's supposed to transform your shower into a steam sauna. Get real. I'm using that tomorrow. Also, dinner was amazing. I didn't shoot it, but I met incredible people. They asked us these questions. I will share with you guys the questions. I wish I had taken the sheet. I'm trying to see if I can remember them. I love a dinner question, like a table question. So the first question was, if you could go back to school for anything, whether you went to school or not, but if you could like change your path and go back to school, like what would you study or do that you didn't do? And then another one was, what was something what's the next big adventure you want to take? Tell us about a time you got in trouble for something. And another one was, what's the oldest photo in your camera roll, and give us context. I feel like there was one more, but it was really fun to have table discussions, and it was really cool because everyone in my table was just very diverse group from different places. Well, that's not true. A lot of them are from New York City. One was from Miami, but they all like did such different things. And one person grew up in Switzerland. One person grew up in New York City. One person was first generation. Parents were from Russia, but grew up in New York. One person was like a kid that took computers apart and then did robotics. Like, just really interesting stories. And it was really fun to just learn about everybody. So it's kind of cool. I felt nervous coming in as a stranger, which I've talked to you guys a lot about before. How it can just be nerve-wracking to enter a new group and not know anyone. But at first I walked in and I was like going up to all the tables and I was like, hey, like trying to be bubbly and like just say hi. And I just felt like they were not vibing on the energy and I was super nervous. And then I just ended up finding, like, just sitting at whatever was the open table, and the person I sat next to was so cool. She's like a photographer and like just has had such a cool life experience, and just, yeah, I felt so warm and welcome. And so I trust that I was sat at exactly the table I was supposed to. But at first I was nervous, but I always talk to you guys about my jitters about going into spaces where I don't know anybody. But it can also just be so empowering and so cool to have conversations with people that you don't normally talk to in your everyday life. It can just be like, I started writing things down because I was just learning so many facts and like getting so many things that I was curious about. So it can also be like so life-giving. So this is your sign to go mix with some strangers and people that you wouldn't necessarily normally like think that would be in your social circle or whatever, like people of different ages, people from different backgrounds. Like, I don't know, it's really cool. So I'm gonna go to bed. We have registration at 9:30 in the morning, and then I don't really know what we're getting into tomorrow, but I'll keep you posted. We've had an eventful morning. I just found out my sweet aunt is in the hospital. She broke her hip last night. So I was on the phone trying to get her to the hospital, dealing with stuff, trying to send her flowers. I finally got a hold of her, was able to talk to her, but it kind of put me on a stressful note this morning. So I'm ready to go meditate. I'm just grateful she's okay. She's in good spirits. She's in good hands. She's a valued member of our community here. She sometimes comments on the vlogs. So we love her. We're all sending you love, Aunt Karen. And I just had an immaculate room service breakfast while I was talking to her on the phone. I put my overnight blowout in. So I woke up to good hair. However, it's like left an indentation here. So there's that. Also, my skin is just like so irritated right now. I don't know what it is, but she's not looking great. But all we're gonna do is go meditate today, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm gonna go and I'll keep you guys posted how it goes. Okay, I know you wanna know my meditation outfit of the day, so here we are. Okay, so the dress code tonight was black and white ball. Wait, let me show you my shoes. So naturally, I had to do these shoes with this. First of all, I'm sorry to say, but this outfit is absolutely iconic. I mean, like, can you even? Because I absolutely cannot. But I did. Like, okay, it's a Good American pants and like a long, it's technically like a cover-up dress, but it looks just so cool together. And I was inspired by Tamar, Musings of a Curvy Lady. If you don't follow her on Instagram, she's like absolutely beautiful, impeccable style. I'm obsessed with her. But anyway, I saw her post this and I bought it immediately. And then I found out the theme tonight was black and white ball. So I was like, oh, hell yeah, this will be perfect. I show up. First of all, let me show you my fur. Here is the vintage faux fur that I got at the store. And how perfect is it together? Oh, ooh. However, I show up and everyone is wearing like black jeans and a white t-shirt. Or like the men would have like a black and white button up, like a black button up with like baby stripe. I literally looked like I was at a completely different party than everybody else. And I walked out and I had a feeling, I was like, why didn't I bring a tame option, right? And then I was like, I'm not a tame option. I had a really beautiful conversation with someone. I walked out and he was sitting by the fire, like outside, like before I got to the event. And I was like, I think I'm playing over trust. And he's like, no. You go out there. He was like hyping me up like I was a fighter about to go out, or like, I don't know. It was a really beautiful pep talk that I wish I could have memorialized. But he said like, no, you go out there and shine and sparkle. Like, you be yourself. Like, he's like, you look comfortable in that. And I was like, I am. This is the real me. I was like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I changed my Instagram bio to say I have 2 modes, sequins and sweatpants. And that's just exactly it. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel more comfortable dressed up in like something weird and quirky than I do in like jeans and a t-shirt. I don't know why. Maybe I'm attention seeking. That's kind of a joke. I feel like it took me so long to get to the point where I was comfortable wearing it and being seen that it's like, now it's like my little 5-year-old self is kind of like, but I want to wear this sparkly little ruffle dress. And it's like, okay, I want to let her do that, you know? So I don't know, it was cool. Like, I walked in and it was also like an icebreaker because I got to be like, didn't get the memo, you know, it was like, whatever. I got to like poke fun at it, but also like, I don't know, I still felt fab and I didn't care. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just trying to embody the truest version of myself in every situation, regardless of my anticipated reaction or perceived judgment from others. And I don't mean judgment necessarily in a harsh way, but it's just like seeing what I'm doing, what I'm wearing, my actions through the lens of how others would perceive it. I'm trying to just do what makes me feel like the most me and makes me happy and is the most true, authentic version of myself. And tonight at dinner, they had these beautiful dinner questions. And one of them was, what, like with aging, like what is one thing that you have learned or embraced like about aging? It was like something along those lines. And I don't know, they just had such beautiful dinner questions. I'm gonna see if I can get a copy of them because I really want to like be able to share them. So I don't know, because you know Sparky and I started our dating life with dating questions for like the first 17 dates. So I don't know, I think it's such a beautiful way. Like, we were all going around and like really getting deep and getting to know one another, and it was just so fun. And I just highly recommend it. Anyway, so I'm gonna change because people are going to the fire pit. So I'm gonna put my sweats back on. But I wanted to show you my outfit because she had to be memorialized for something, for someone. And I knew you guys would appreciate it, okay? You get me. Finally changed. Did I make a TikTok to prove that I wore a cute outfit tonight? Yes, yes I did. Oh my God, there's a huge, beautiful tree here. And there's like really beautiful fire pits, but I feel like maybe everyone left. Okay, so I guess I missed the fire pit action. I think people probably just couldn't hack it because it's freaking cold. So I guess I'm just gonna go look at them by myself for a second. They're so beautiful. There's this big beautiful tree with all these lanterns in it, and I just have to go look at it. So here's the fire pit, and there's this giant tree, and it has all these beautiful lanterns hanging on it. You kind of can't see it in the dark, but it is so beautiful and magical. It's kind of what I want my wedding to look like. I mean, it is so magical. Update, there's another fire pit up here, and maybe there's people at it. So I have not explored the property enough, but there's a little pub here, a little like ice cream shop here. There is indeed no one at the fire pits, but whoever was here before had a real good time. You know how I wasn't loving my room last night. There was banging like all night long. I don't know if I already said that, sorry. I haven't told you anything today. Today was a big day. We had a completely silent day all the way through lunch, and I loved it. I didn't check my phone or speak a word until that point, and it was really freeing, honestly. We did meditation, we did qigong, we did walking meditation, and then we had a surprise guest, and it was Byron Katie, and I don't know if you guys have heard of her work, but it's literally called The Work, and it's about like unraveling the stories that we tell ourselves about situations so that we can have like emotional freedom over it. Anyway, I'm making that sound so casual. It's obviously a lot, but I'm rustling around and packing up. I know it's a meditation retreat, but some of the kids invited me to go to drinks at the lobby, and I wanted to go because I wanted to be a part of it. So I went, peer pressure. It was awesome. I just had one drink. It had like elderflower syrup in it, elderberry syrup. So I told myself that it was like a wellness supplement. Boof. Anyway, so I'm heading down to the dinner, but I called the desk and I was just like, hey, like, I didn't want to complain, but there was banging all night and I couldn't sleep. And they were like, oh yeah, that building's older. We have heard, da 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 da. So they called me back and they're like, oh, good news. We have a room with a bathtub and a fireplace for you. Do you want it? And I was like, yes. I was like, but I had to check out in the morning. They're like, well, we can give you till 1 p.m. checkout. So I'm gonna get some very like high-end beautiful room time, which if you guys know me at all from watching any of my stuff, you know that like room amenities are like my thing when I'm traveling. So I was just so happy, and I just told her, I was like, I don't want to complain, like I'm really grateful and blah blah blah. And yeah, she's like, no, like that's not okay, like we're so sorry that it affected your sleep, especially because you're here to do like something relaxing and blah blah blah. And they were like so nice, and I felt like it was a lesson for me in not being afraid to ask for what I want in a kind way, because sometimes I don't like to complain, and I don't want to feel like I feel bad even being unhappy with it. Like I feel like I have this mentality of like you should be happy with what you get, which I think is true. Like we should appreciate what we have for sure. But I did feel like it truly, like I couldn't sleep. I was up like every hour on the hour, and my Aura ring, I'm sure, will verify that. But yeah, so anyway, I get to go to a bougie room after dinner. And so if people are going to do stuff, I'm probably gonna duck out and take a bubble bath. Anyway, I'm gonna head down to the dinner. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna bring you guys with me. I'll just do it on the phone like I have been, because it's weird to carry a camera around. I feel like, you know, this is kind of like an in-person experience. Anyway, more to come, room tour to come after dinner. Anyway, that's it. So it turned into a giant dance party. So get this, I'm big on like angel numbers. They bring me my room key down to the dinner, and guess what room number it is? Come on, it's gonna be good. Okay, this is a whole different ball game, kids. Are you serious? I had to pee, so I immediately came in and took off my dress and peed, and now I'm gonna give you a room tour. This is like night and day. I don't understand how I went from that room to this room. Like, it's crazy. So like there's this little beautiful desk and this whole like, I don't know, whatever moment. There are 2 beds, but I don't mind one bit. But this is like the best part. There's this immaculate, oh, I love this art. There's this immaculate fireplace. Like, come on. Like, I'm gonna fall asleep to a fire. That's all I've ever wanted. Because I know I have it in my living room at home, but like a bedroom fireplace is next level luxury. Look at the shower. Like, yeah, look at this giant bathroom. And look at this giant freaking tub. You better believe I'm taking a freaking bath tonight. Oh my gosh, I just feel so spoiled. And it's probably a good thing that I didn't have this room earlier, because I probably never would have left, and I wouldn't have wanted to socialize with anybody, and I just would have been by the fire in the tub by myself. So maybe the universe was like, no, first you have to socialize and then you get a treat. Also, I do think there's something about speaking up for yourself in like a kind, loving way. Like I wanted to just like stick in the room that was bad, but honestly, if I had gotten woken up like every hour on the hour by that crazy noise that was super loud, I can't believe no one else complained. They have to have. Well, they did say that they heard there was like something going on, but it was literally like banging every like almost hour, like on the hour. It was wild. So yeah, I guess this is a lesson to us all to politely and kindly share our needs and give people the chance to do. I wasn't expecting them to do anything really, but they were so kind and friendly about it that I really wish I would have said something sooner, because then I could have enjoyed this glorious room the whole time. But we have to trust the universe, because now I'm in room 222. Obviously, getting in here last night, I didn't know what the view was gonna be, and I'm absolutely blown away. This is incredible. Like, oh my gosh. I am not ready to leave this room, this view, but apparently they're ready for me to leave, which is rude. I'm just taking my last moments here. I'm having a coffee. I'm feeling really sad, but also like, that's our thoughts. I feel like all the meditation I did this weekend has been really helpful because I can let those thoughts arise and like acknowledge them, but like trust that this is an ongoing practice and I will see everybody again. I feel like, look at this view. And of course I'm wearing my favorite freaking outfit I wear every day again. Cute. I never want to leave here. I got the Sparky's Valentine card, that little cute store. They just have the most beautiful little objects. I could have browsed forever, and now I got a random craving for a hot dog. And I heard that this deli is supposed to be good, MJ's Deli, so let's find out. I was just reminded yet again that nothing hits as hard as an ice cold Mexican Coke, especially when enjoyed in the sun. I randomly got a hot dog. I don't know who I am today. All right, we come off a meditation retreat. I don't know. And now we're hitting Mexican Cokes and hot dogs. You know what? We're just gonna roll with it. As we have learned in the retreat, we're not gonna judge our thoughts. We're gonna let them come in and out. We're not gonna create stories around them. We're just gonna let them be. And I'm enjoying my life right now, let me tell you. Well, we did this. This is what we did. So we're doing it. And for some reason, I think that you're interested in watching me eat this right now. Hope this doesn't find the wrong audience. That could be bad. Here we go. I feel like I need my glasses off for full range of motion. Like I need to tuck my hair into my headband. This is just like a feat. This is their special. It's got like pastrami and all sorts and onions. I don't know. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. I don't know. Oh my God. I was 100% like, no, this is not. There's something crunchy. There's coleslaw. I haven't even gotten to the hot dog part yet. Oh my God. Okay, we're going back in. Oh my God. We're taking the bun off because we don't have time. We do, but not for all of it. Do you know what I mean? We gotta like, hot dog time. Oh my God, the crunch. The crunch. Whoa. Oh shit, I lost part of it. We got a vintage bowl. I got that green vintage bowl for our bedroom, and I hope it works. This is the kind of place where people are so kind and thoughtful that I left my Coke like half drank because I did not need to be drinking all that unbridled sugar, even though it was delicious. And so I was like, okay, we're gonna leave it. And she like followed me to the flea market and was like, oh, sorry, I know this is so weird, but were you done with this? And just to make sure I didn't want it. And I was tempted to be like, yes, can we put it on ice? And I realized I don't even think they had an ice machine, but also I didn't need that, it's fine. But it was just so sweet and thoughtful. I don't know, it's just like, I swear, I'm in like a magical time warp vortex when I'm here. And everyone's like creative and kind and like actually wants to have a conversation with you and get to know you. 2 weekends in a row here and I'm like, I'm ready to move. It's just so cool. Oh, and I stopped back at Magic Hour and exchanged the whisk that I had gotten, and I ended up getting a gift for a friend. I got this little, well, I kind of don't want to open it because I would ruin it. I got a little mini glass tea loose leaf of Ojai. They make a tea with their Ojai Pixie oranges. So these oranges, which they had 2 in my room, and I thought that I only had the like hand. Well, I really only did have a hand for one. And so I'm bringing this for Sparky and I to share. But anyway, it's these same oranges that they use in that blend. So I got that from my friend. I'm having a Galentine's date with her on Monday. And so I'm going to give that to her as a surprise because she loves it here and she hasn't been in years and she doesn't live in California anymore. So anyway, I would say it's all a big success, you know? Yeah, reflections on the retreat. It was incredible. I feel like I'm going to stay connected to some of the people that I met. Like, I don't know, there was like intergenerational friendships at play, like people that are like, you know, like 10, 20, 30 plus years my senior, but I just really was like wanting to connect with people of different life experience, different backgrounds from different places. And yeah, I left with like a handful of numbers of people that I know I'm going to see soon. A really cool guy who gave me info on a drop-in improv class, which I'm really excited about because many of you probably don't know that I moved to LA to study improv. Partially was part of the reason I came. And then my stage fright got so bad that I couldn't do it anymore. I just was not comfortable being seen in my body at that time. And like, I felt so self-conscious, and I feel like I'm ready to go back just for fun. Like, I just love the energy of like, yes, anding, and like, you know, that's just my kind of like comedy energy. So that was really cool. We're organizing a possible dinner party with some of the LA people, which is really cool. Yeah, just had really beautiful soulful connections with several people that I just can't wait to continue developing. I think sometimes when we're adults, it can be hard to make new friends and cultivate new friendships, and we kind of just stay in our circles. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I've been wanting to be really intentional about cultivating the kinds of friendships that remind me of who I am and what I'm capable of when I forget. Because I think it's so easy to compare yourself. And we talked about this today in meditation in our wisdom, was like, it's so easy to like look around and rank and compare. And like, our brains are doing all of these wild things all the time. And as soon as you can slow down and just observe them and be like, oh, I'm doing that again. I'm doing that again. You don't have to identify with that feeling. The feeling is not you. The feeling or a thought is just a feeling or a thought. That's not who you are, but we mistake that for who we are. So much wisdom. I wrote it all down in a notebook, but my favorite thing, like in a nutshell, is that our minds are the sky, essentially. Like, our minds are the container in which the weather patterns happen. So whether it's a cloudy, stormy day or a sunshiny rainbow day, even the sunshiny rainbow days don't define who we are. It's just the current weather pattern in our minds at any given time. So being able to recognize that and to slow the reaction time between when something like that comes up and how you react to it is, I think, the key for living a more steady, peaceful life. And that's why I'm pursuing this path, because yeah, it's been really helpful for me. But yeah, it was a really beautiful, amazing weekend. Such strong connections. Oh, I busted my knee last night. There was like a little dancing portion, which I think I captured for a second. And I was like, I did not want to dance. I was like, dude, are we really doing this? They were playing like 2000s bops, and they had like glow sticks. And I was like, kind of like being like, oh, cringe, rolling my eyes, like whatever. And then I saw how much joy it brought people. Mind you, this was a sober crowd. Like, as in like, we only had mocktails. Like, this wasn't a drinking weekend. Like, people could have cocktails at the bar, like at the restaurant stuff if they wanted to. But it wasn't like offered at dinner. And like, you know, for the most part, we were all kind of, I think, aiming to keep our minds clear. Yeah, so just like seeing a bunch of sober, very much like high powered corporate or like entrepreneurial or founder type people, like sober dancing to like the 2000s greatest club hits and a little bit of like Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande sprinkled in, and maybe one Cher song. It was actually iconic. And I got up there, and some of the people that I connected with, like, I had these little like dance off moments, and it just brought me so much joy. As much as I like was like having such a little attitude about it at first, I was jumping so much so, and I was like doing all this stuff so much so that I literally, like, my knee is, I have like a bum knee that kind of like, it used to pop out of the socket all the time when I would dance, like when I was like going to the clubs and stuff like a million years ago. But yeah. It definitely hurts. And like this morning I woke up and I was like, oh, I actually hurt it. Like, it's like the underneath part and like around it, it's like it didn't quite pop out, but it definitely like slid, or like I slid a tendon, something happened. and it is hurting so bad because I wanted to go on the group hike or whatever, and I didn't do Qigong this morning because I literally couldn't like hike down there and do it. It was hurting so bad, but it's okay. It's okay. It was worth the dance moment, but it's just, I don't know. I even in my mind at that moment was observing my judgment around this activity, and like, I think the fear of being seen dancing and like the fear of being in my body and being uninhibited when I don't usually do that unless I've like had some cocktails or like feeling anonymous in a crowd. It was really freeing, really fun. And then I got to go to my room and take a bubble bath, which I don't think I even showed you guys that. I just had that moment after I gave you the room tour. I was just like, I'm going to sink into this bubble bath and love my life. Anyway, I'm going to go home. This is a rant and Sparky's waiting for me. But thank you for coming with me to a meditation weekend. I think they're doing another one of these in the spring in Costa Rica. And I was invited to Costa Rica for a breath work and yoga meditation thing too through, I think I've mentioned this before, but I did breathwork certification in January, and I'm in meditation teacher training certification now. So yeah, I've got this whole like secret spiritual underworld going on over here, which is part of the reason why I haven't been on here as much. It's just, I'm really feeling called to develop these modalities that have really served me so that I can possibly teach them or at least know enough about them to continue to guide myself. But if you guys would ever be interested in like, I don't know, a little like breath work or a little like meditation or just like some kind of mindfulness get together, let me know, because I'm really excited about this stuff. And for so long I would just like kind of dabble in it on the weekends, and I would never like really let myself like fully go into it just because I felt like, well, this isn't a practical use of time, I should be working, and I'm just like, I don't know, this is my year that I just want to follow my interests and pursue the passions that are calling to me. And this is one of them. Just helping people feel embodied, helping people regulate their nervous systems and clear the cloudiness in their head so they can actually remember who they are and like embrace what they're here to do and what makes them special and unique, and then go out in the world and then spread that. Because I think so many of us are so frazzled and distracted and stressed that we can't give from the overflow and we can't give from the best part of ourselves. And we all have such unique gifting. We all have so many beautiful qualities that we're probably not developing because we're so entrenched in, everything going on in the world. So that has been my journey the past few years. And yeah, I'm just like ready to learn more about it so I can possibly share it. I don't know where we're going with this journey, but if there's anything that you have been thinking about pursuing and you felt like it wasn't a good enough reason to pursue it just because it brought you happiness, maybe rethink that. Maybe this is the year you can do the same thing. Anyway, let's get on the road. One of the women that I met was so incredible and she inspired me so much, and she has an audiobook that she narrated herself. So I'm going to listen to her voice on the way home in her audiobook, talking about how she grew up in China and just like her wild experience in life, and then now like getting to America and all the things that she experienced. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I'm just sending you guys all love. I hope you're taking good care of yourselves. You deserve it. Sometimes that's making a cup of tea and giving yourself a bath. Sometimes that's taking a shower. Sometimes that's calling a friend. Sometimes that's journaling. Sometimes that's cleaning your room. Sometimes that's taking a walk. Sometimes that's having a difficult conversation. It can be very different, but take good care of you, love yourself up. And I'm sending you guys so much love. And I am grateful that some of you are here on these vlogs because I haven't had it in me. I haven't had the time or the bandwidth to do some of the fashion videos right now. And those of you who are here and enjoying the vlogs and here for the ride, just know that I appreciate you so much, and I'm sending you so much love, and we're all in this earth school together. Okay, I'll catch you guys on the next vlog. Bye.